Spencer Ross with One Step Forward, and I wanted to make a video in response to some of the things that have been going on this week. If you don't know what's going on, you can look it up. It's two teams in the NFL. Coaches have been in the limelight for different things. All right, so let's say you're sitting at home and you get a phone call. So and so did such and such. How do you respond? Do you laugh? Do you ask more questions? Are you quiet? Do you say no contact, no comment? We'll get back to you. What do you say? What do you do? Well, how you respond is the first steps in building trust. Even if someone trusts you, if someone's coming to you with a question or complaint, you need to respond appropriately. If it's something serious, you need to respond. You're sitting there, hey, is everybody okay? Where did you hear it? What was exactly said? What was exactly done? Was anybody else involved? There's 1,000 different questions to 1,000 different things that could happen when you're sitting at home, whether on the weekend or on a weeknight. What happens if you're in your office, sitting there, writing something out, typing something out, someone knocks on your door like, hey, do you got a moment? Do you say yes? Do you say no? Depends on what's going on in your day, right? You've got tasks to complete. Maybe it's, yeah, come on in. And they shut the door, like, all right, they've never done that before. Hey, I'm just uncomfortable by what someone said over there. Do you laugh? Well, if you laugh, it's going to be hard to rebuild that trust with that individual. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's something. Maybe the person perceives what's going on in a different light than what actually happened. Maybe a word means something different in different languages. Maybe English isn't their first language. Maybe whatever the language that you're getting a complaint is isn't your first language, so you take things different ways. You need to have some context. You need to have more background of what happened. You need to know if someone's all worked up and they're talking fast, take some time with them. Be patient with them. Maybe they're hurting and it's hard for them to describe what happened. Find out what actually went on. As a leader, your job is to manage yourself and manage and affect the things around you. All right, so what does that have to do with you if you're the janitor, or a player, or a fan, or a parent, or the owner of a team, or the owner of a company? What you do, people will see. It will have an effect on other people. Are you raising your hand saying, hey, I've got an issue with this? Maybe there's an appropriate way to do it. Maybe there's a team meeting. Maybe there's an all hands on deck company meeting. Whatever it is, what you do, how you respond will be noted by the people around you. Maybe not doing anything is the appropriate thing because other people are handling it. I've made phone calls after a decision made because I didn't know what was going on at the beginning, and then when I found out about it, I disagreed with the decision, so I made a phone call. The person said, okay, I understand your complaint. This is what we've decided. This is how we're going to go forward. All right. The owner of the Panthers, I thought, had a great statement. He said basically that they're going to stand by their person, but that person has some trust to rebuild with the team. Saying that to me made me feel like that the issue was being handled. The people that brought the issue forward were being listened to, was taken seriously, and that some work was going to be done. As a leader, you don't have to explain all your decisions. You don't. Some people you will have to. Maybe there's a board of directors and you have to answer them. Okay, but to everyone, they don't need to know all the details of a decision. They don't need to know all the details of why I made a decision. Some things are private. Yes, some things are private for you when you make a decision with you and your family. Maybe you choose to quit. Maybe you choose to quit and you don't tell people the reasons why. You just choose to quit. Maybe you choose to quit and you make a statement and it's public. Whether you are a member of the team and you have no decision-making ability, or you're the captain of the team or an owner, what you do has an impact. What you do is how you choose to lead. What if you're sitting in the lunchroom and you're sitting there, you're eating food, and someone comes in and you say hi, they sit down like, oh man, I'm just tired of being touched. How do you respond? Are you going to stay in an organization that allows that? Are you going to say, hey, do you need me to help bring it forward? No, no, I don't want anything to happen. Like, if they're saying something, they're hurting. How are you going to respond? It dictates the leader that you are. This is Spencer Ross with One Step Forward. And taking that one step is hard. Sometimes it's standing still. Sometimes it's not walking backwards. How are you going to respond when someone calls you up and says, hey, such and such happened?